Good morning. Welcome to First Chapter Fridays. And today we are talking about Father's Day. We've had a father theme all week. The book I'm reading today is My Father's Dragon. This is a classic that was written in 1948 by Ruth Stiles Gannett. And I'm not sure, a lot of you have read this because it is a classic book. When Elmer Elevator tells a stray cat about his dream of being able to fly, he learns of a captive dragon on Wild Island. The dragon has been forced by the jungle residents to serve as their shuttle across a wide river, and anyone who rescues the dragon from its cruel captors might be entitled to a free ride. That sounds good to me. Elmer needs no further encouragement to stow away aboard ship to the island, where he matches wits with hungry tigers, an irate gorilla, cranky crocodiles, and other moody creatures. The narrative mode of the classic fantasy trilogy is unusual in that the narrator refers to the protagonist only as my father, giving the impression that this is a true story that happened long ago. The books have been called rich, humorous, ingenious, and plausible, with well-sustained fantasy. Each story stands alone, but read in succession, they are an unforgettable experience. And you can see we have a newer copy of the book. It's always had this beautiful ornate art on the front cover. And then you can see the contents in the chapters. So each chapter starts with my father. And we will read chapter 1, My Father Meets the Cat. One cold, rainy day when my father was a little boy, he met an old alley cat on his street. The cat was very drippy and uncomfortable, so my father said, "Wouldn't you like to come home with me?" This surprised the cat. She had never before met anyone who cared about old alley cats, but she said, "I'd be very much obliged if I could sit in a warm furnace, buy a warm furnace, and perhaps have a saucer of milk." "We have a very nice furnace to sit by," said my father, "and I'm sure my mother has an extra saucer of milk." My father and the cat became good friends, but my father's mother was very upset about the cat. And here's the next picture. She doesn't look happy, does she? She hated cats, particularly ugly old alley cats. "Elmer Elevator," she said to my father, "if you think I'm going to give that cat a saucer of milk, you're very wrong. Once you start feeding stray alley cats, you might as well expect to feed every stray cat in town, and I am not going to do it." This made my father very sad, and he apologized to the cat because his mother had been so rude. He told the cat to stay away. He told the cat to stay anyway, and that somehow he would bring her a saucer of milk each day. My father fed the cat for 3 weeks, but one day his mother found the cat's saucer in the cellar, and she was extremely angry. She threw the cat out the door, and later on my father sneaked out and found the cat. Together they went for a walk in the park and tried to think of nice things to talk about. My father said, "When I grow up, I'm going to have an airplane. Wouldn't it be wonderful to fly anywhere you might think of?" "Would you like to fly very, very much?" asked the cat. "I certainly would. I'd do anything if I can fly." Okay, so here's page 3. They're walking together, having a conversation. "Well," said the cat, "if you'd really like to fly that much, I think I know of a sort of way you might get to fly while you're still a little boy." "You mean you know where I could get an airplane?" "Well, not exactly an airplane, but something even better. As you can see, I am an old cat now, but in my younger days I was quite a traveler. My traveling days are all over, but last spring I took just one more trip and sailed to the island of Tangerino, stopping at the port of Cranberry. Well, it just so happened that I missed the boat, and while waiting for the next, I thought I'd look around for a bit. I was particularly interested in a place called Wild Island, which we had passed on our way to Tangerino. Wild Island and Tangerino are joined together by a long string of rocks, but people never go to Wild Island because it's mostly jungle and inhabited by very wild animals. So I decided to go across the rocks and explore it for myself. It certainly is an interesting place, but I saw something there that made me want to weep." So, what do you think the cat saw? This is how chapter 2 begins, and the chapter is called My Father Runs Away, and there is a map of Wild Island. So this is a very interesting book. It's a quick read, and it really keeps your interest, I have to say. A classic, yet timeless. So, come on down, check out a copy of My Father's Dragon. We are open, and I'd love to see you come in to the Oakmont Carnegie Library. Also, you can order it online at oakmontlibrary.org. All right, I'll see you on Monday for story time. Thanks for watching.